Good Monday afternoon from the Dean's office or my temporary office at my kitchen table. I hope you're doing well on this April 27th, 2020 date. I'm really hopeful that all of you and your families are safe and doing very well. I want to thank all of you as faculty and department heads and directors and staff for the fine communication that continues to go on from my perspective, and we want to keep up that good communication channel. I have 3 or 4 or 5 things that I want to mention very briefly, and these are just by the way of updates. First of all, each of you are probably aware of the decision made by our total administrative team, department heads, directors, and others, that we would waive the requirements of Praxis and EdTPA for graduation for this term and the summer term. This decision is pursuant to the State Department of Education providing an opportunity for a pre-EdTPA certificate for those who graduate otherwise but had not been able to register a passing score on EdTPA as yet. And the State Department of Education's posture that a person could graduate and have 6 months to complete any remaining Praxis assessments successfully, and then the State Department would issue a certificate, a professional educator certificate. We believe it is in the student's best interest for us to waive the requirements for graduation. So at this time, it looks like we will have as many as 19 people who may fall into one of those categories. Right now, we have 6 students who have not registered a passing score on EdTPA. 6 out of 140 is not bad. And we're expecting scores back within April, this next week, or May for most of those. And maybe that number will go down, I feel certain. We have 13 students who have been unsuccessful in passing one or more parts of the Praxis that is required for their major. These will also be graduated and certified for graduation. And then the passing of the Praxis will be up to them. And they must do so within 6 months in order to receive a professional educator certificate. These students have been notified by our certification officer, Lisa Light, and we've received some questions back, and you may get other questions about that. If you have any problem, please contact Lisa or myself, and we'll be happy to answer the questions specifically. Number 2, the university administrative team, the executive leadership team, along with Dr. Jeff Ryan and others, have formed a reopening committee. They met this morning at 9 o'clock. They will meet each day this week, and they are devising specific plans for the reopening of JSU in terms of faculty and staff and others coming back to campus. It will be a graduated return, I feel sure, and more than likely there will be essential personnel who will come back to campus next week, beginning May 4th, and then most offices will be asked to be open on May the 11th, particularly all of the offices that provide services to students. So each of you, as a director or department head who runs and manages an office, need to develop a plan for that in the days ahead. I will probably be communicating more to you, and the president certainly will by the end of this week. Thirdly, I wanted to mention that faculty annual reviews are now on hold. We have been expecting, and we will receive an update and memo and directions from Dr. Shelton about the timeline and the extent of faculty annual reviews, and that should be forthcoming this week. Also, two other things quickly by way of announcements and request. On Monday, May the 4th, next Monday, a week from today, at 4 o'clock, there will be a live faculty awards ceremony conducted from the Gold Room on Teams, and you will be able to participate in that. Finally, I want to express appreciation to those of the faculty who have contacted the admissions office, Dr. Emily Messer, and volunteered to contact students who had been admitted to JSU but had not yet registered for orientation or the fall term. There's still plenty of opportunity to do that. We have over 6,000 students university-wide in that category who have been admitted to JSU but have not all registered for orientation or much less been advised for the future. There's a script and a phone number and all of the information that you need that will be provided by the Office of the Vice President for Enrollment Management. If you'll just email Emily Messer and volunteer for the students that will be in your program, then she will provide a list of contact information and you can follow up with them and encourage them to come on to JSU. I believe this can pay great dividends, and thanks to those of you who have already done so. Well, that's all I have today, just a brief word, and I appreciate all you're doing. Look forward to seeing you. Hope you will stay safe and well, and I will be in contact with you again probably at the end of the week. Have a great week.